Hey guys, we've been asked a lot of questions here lately, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer some questions. Hope it takes care of everything. In the same point, some of these have been answered in some of our other videos, so we'll see how it goes, but let's get started. First question. First question. What's your ages? I am 54. Just turned. Jen is 29. How did we meet? Long story. I've been asked if we met all these other different ways, and it's like, no. What it amounts to is a friend of mine that I grew up with, basically, he retired and moved to the Philippines 12 years ago, I guess. He was, well, not just the Philippines, he was throughout Southeast Asia, doing a lot of travel and seeing things. He retired early. He doesn't have a job, doesn't need a job, doesn't want a job. Basically, he sold a software company that he built and has got a lot of extra cash sitting in the bank, or had. I don't know if he still does or not, but basically, he ended up getting married to a Filipina, beautiful young lady. They're starting to build a family. She basically had a girl that she grew up with that would be perfect for you, Mark. Would be perfect. Yeah, okay, well, not right now. Can't happen. I used to do a lot of travel to Southeast Asia. I was there 3 to 5 times a year and working in one of the countries upwards of up to 6 months a year. So I was doing a lot of trips. On one of the trips, they talked me into, I had a long weekend in Taiwan. They basically said, you know, we've just finished the new house, come down, come to the Philippines, let's, we want you to see the house. Hadn't seen you in a long time. Let's spend the weekend, talk, and go travel around. I said, okay, cool. So I flew down for the weekend. She tricked me. No. Basically, we were sitting out next to the pool. They have a house with a pool, and it backs right up to the ocean. So they got the best of both worlds. Basically, we were sitting there, me and him, talking, watching the ocean, just going on about old times, when he called his wife and said, hey, can you make some dinner and some drinks? And she said, yeah, be right out. She brought one drink and gave it to him, and I was like, oh, thanks. Where's my drink? And there was a tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and it was Jen. And we sat and talked and talked and talked some more. Basically went on, sat out there throughout the afternoon. We had dinner, went through sunset and into the evening, and we didn't start a relationship though. Basically, I did not want to start a relationship and be with somebody that was halfway around the world that I had just met. We had a long discussion. I explained that to her, and I told her, I said, look, I want to be friends. If we can be friends, and if we can be good friends, we can take and start to move forward from there, but it's not something that can happen overnight, especially with a long distance relationship. We need to get to know each other. We need to know everything about each other. We spent the better part of a year and a half getting to know one another, and me going to the Philippines a couple more times. Yeah, we got married. We got married here in the U.S., by the way, but yeah, that's how I met her. That's where we went with it. Life is great. Life is great. How long did it take to get her to the U.S. once you filed? Well, filed the paperwork approximately 6 months and 3 days, I think, is how long it took for us to get the okay And I guess it was 7 or 8 days later, I went to the Philippines. I spent a week there and got all of her stuff and came back. What do we do in our spare time? What spare time? No, there's a lot of different things. We enjoy swimming, so we do some swimming. We do what she calls drive, which in other words, we take off and we'll go for a couple hour drive through the country and see different things. Try to go to different areas where she's not been before, see different things, basically. What do you call each other? I guess that's what you're meaning by that is what pet names, I guess. Luckily she wears glasses and doesn't wear them all the time. So she ends up calling me handsome, which bangit. I call her many different things, and all of them are good. You know, babe, hun, the love of my life, my beautiful wife, many different things. And oh, by the way, for any of you guys out there watching, make sure, absolutely sure, that you are totally in love with the woman before you get into marriage. That you know everything you need to know about the woman before you get into marriage, and that she knows everything that she needs to know about you. And that doesn't mean holding something back. That means let them know everything, both of you, okay? And find out what she wants to be called as a pet name or whatever else. So there's a question that says, do you dominate each other? I hope we're talking about, anyway, do you dominate each other? The answer is no. In both facts on that one. Have you ever felt like giving up on the relationship? No. Giving up, never. I wouldn't even think about it. I made sure that wouldn't be necessary, possible. None of that. I am madly in love with my wife. Don't need or want anybody or anything else. No, I'm good. Who controls the money? So I take and control, I guess you call it, the bank account. I pay all the bills. I keep track of what's being spent. Do I control the money? I don't think I'd really call it that. To answer that question another kind of way, basically Jen has her own money. She has cash in her wallet at all times. She has credit card to the bank account, and she has, so that would be a debit card, and then she has credit card, and in any situation that's necessary, she can use it. I don't care. We'll figure it out. At the same point, if either one of us are going to buy something in which I would call large or larger than normal or out of the norm, we always talk to each other about it. Say, hey, you know, I'm really wanting to buy this, or we need to buy this, or whatever. And if it's necessary or we have extra or whatever, yeah, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't ever, no, you can't do that. You can't spend that money. I don't do that. I don't play that game. We share a checking account and savings account. That's just the way I do it. And I think that's kind of tying in with that whole dominant question y'all had a minute ago. Oh, this is the good one. And I see this one a lot on a lot of different things. Do you give your wife an allowance? No, I don't need to. Like I said a little while ago, if she needs something, she has money, she has cash, she has cards, whatever. It's not a big deal. But I don't give an allowance. I don't really see that as being necessary. She doesn't either, as far as I know. Do you see it as being necessary, babe?
Nope.
No.
Okay guys, I'm not gonna go on the camera. I've seen some of the Filipinas topic on the page on Facebook is how much your husband gave you in allowance and monthly allowance. And I commented there is like, it's not really necessary. I said,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. I mean, the money's going to the same place anyway.
You're not a student.
Yeah. You're not a student, so you don't get an allowance. Are you planning to retire to the Philippines? Yeah, that's my plan. Hopefully everything will work out and everything will be good. You know, there are some worries on my part because of, you know, just the normal stuff and what's going on right now in the Philippines. But some of the bigger things for me to look at, well, first of all, if you hadn't noticed, I'm a little overweight. So I need to take care of that and hopefully take care of that here and lose weight and become more healthy. But in the same fact, I need to make sure that we're in a location to where, if need be, I'm going to be fairly close to a doctor or hospital, whatever's necessary, as well as different packages over there, because they're talking about working towards using the health benefits from here in the U.S. and being able to use them in the Philippines. But it doesn't happen right now, as far as I know. The whole thing with PhilHealth just went up this year, and as it stands right now, I would still be able to use PhilHealth, but there's another one for catastrophic, and wouldn't be able to use that one, it looks like right now. And that one got taken away. We'll just have to see where that one goes. Do you like Filipino food? All except for one vegetable. Yes. I've not really had any Filipino food that I don't like, except when it has one vegetable in there. And it's not just Filipino food. I've had this vegetable in Malaysia, China, and Singapore. And I don't like it in any location, but I've tried it, and that's the bitter melon. Yeah, that one's not so much for me. I don't like that one. Yeah, no. Don't like. As Ziggy would go, yeah, no. I don't have, and the doctors are like, well, I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure. I've had my heart checked, and I don't have any issues with my heart.
I'm with you.
But, yeah, never mind. So I walk in to get my general checkup, and the doctor looks at me and goes, oh, you have to have diabetes. No, we go through this every year, and the answer is no, I don't have diabetes, I'm good. I get tested every year, still don't have diabetes. Doctors are wrong. Because I'm overweight, I have to have diabetes. Not true. How did you feel the first time you left the Philippines? It was rough, because I found a woman that I had always been looking for, and I was fixing to go 10,000 miles away. Wasn't sure how long it was going to be before I come back. Knew I was coming back. Told her I was coming back. Some friends of hers told her, oh, he's not coming back. There's no way. That's not me. If I tell you we're going to do something, we're going to do something. Told her I'm coming back. We'll see each other again. Let's take this friendship, keep going, and go to the next level. Not all people can feel the same way from one time to another. So there's a tendency where when the cat's away, the mouse will play. That didn't happen. We talk to each other daily, and normally for several hours each day, and discussed all kinds of things, from personal lives to politics, hell, movie stars and singers, and just all kinds of stuff. And we got to know each other, and really got to know each other for some reason, and I couldn't figure it out, and it was just driving me crazy. This beautiful woman wanted to talk to me. Made me very happy. Wanted to spend more and more time with her. Very glad I did. Very glad she did. Very thankful for it. Was it difficult to have an LDR? Yes. That was just kind of discussed right there. Went back several times. We made the relationship work. We used Skype for the most part, to where we could see each other and talk to each other. And The biggest thing was some of the verbiage that was used and the way things were said. It was like, whoa, 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 hold on. Back up. Let's talk about this, because I don't want there to be any misconception. I want to make sure that everybody, being me and her, is on the same level and understands everything. And I would say something and she wouldn't totally understand it, and she would say something and I wouldn't totally understand it. So we had to clarify several times. Yeah, there's no animosity, there's no love lost, there's no bickering, there's nothing but friendship and love and respect, and yeah, something I was always looking for. Any differences between affection in the US and affection in the Philippines? For me, no. One of the things that I asked her and talked to her, because I had noticed when I was there, we would go to the mall or whatever, and she would be right there beside me. We would be holding hands or arm in arm, or my arm around her, and just talking and walking slowly. And I'm the type of person, I'm a people watcher. I look at what's going on around me. I analyze, I guess it's the whole engineering side of me. Basically, I was watching all these people, and you could tell that this man and this woman were together, but she would be far out to the side or 2 or 3 steps in front, and she would be pointing to him where they need to go, but she wouldn't even turn around and look at him. She wouldn't talk to him. Or she would be behind and the guy be dominating the whole thing, and yeah, just not happening. For me, no, there's no difference. I saw where they wouldn't hold hands, they wouldn't kiss or anything in public. That's not me. Relationship expectations. I've talked and read and watched different videos, and expectations on both sides kind of out there. There's expectations about, okay, I'm going to go to the Philippines and I'm going to be treated like a king. We're going to come back, I'm going to marry this girl and go back to the States, and she's going to treat me like a king, and she's going to this, and she's going to that, and she's going to this, and she's not going to say anything. Okay. First of all, each person is different. Don't believe that all Filipinas or all Americans are going to be one way or another. And this isn't just Filipinos. This is anybody. They're an individual. This is a woman or a man or whatever that you love, you want to be with and spend the rest of your life with. Don't build expectations. If you're expecting one thing and it doesn't happen, it's going to do nothing but crush you. Okay? Work together, find the common ground and the common love and wants, and move forward with that. Now, we're going to go back to one question, and then we're out of here. So, last bit was, I had a bunch of people asking me all kinds of questions about where we met. Oh, you had to meet her here, you had to meet her there. No, I met her through a friend of mine's wife. It just went on, and we had a great relationship and a great time, and hopefully we will the rest of our lives. I don't want to mess it up, and I don't think she does either, and we'll move forward with that. But I had a bunch of people asking me about, did I meet her on this, and I'm not going to name the name, but on this dating site? No, I didn't. The one thing I'll say, and I have friends who have used those dating sites, both here in the US, in Philippines, Japan, and China, and one in Malaysia. My answer to that is, be really, really careful, because there's a lot of scams that are run on those in every country. There are a lot of people that are asking for money and wanting to dig into your pockets in one fashion or another. Again, be friends first. Don't get on there and fall in love, and just be careful. Like I said, I've had friends that have gone on several of those sites, a couple of them that have found the love of their lives. And they're together even today, and they've been together for 10, 12 years now. And that's great. I hope the best for anybody who does. But like I said, be careful. There's too many issues out there, and there's too much stuff that could happen. I've also had friends that have got scammed majorly. Be careful. Guys, that's it. I talked too long. We're going to cut the video down a little bit, so my wife's laughing at me. She better take the extra stuff out of there.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Y'all have a great day, great night, great life. If you haven't done something before, go do something new. Lighten up your life a little bit and see what's out there, okay? Y'all have a good one.
I miss you guys.
Jen misses you guys.
Miss you, my friend.
We'll talk to you later, okay? Have a good one.
Bye.
I'm out of here. Bye.